So, hello, I'm Steven. I'm Brady's roommate here at college, and I just wanted to show today a new method for climbing. Not really new, just a different way of doing it for the DRT method. So you're going to need a static rope, good arborist climbing rope that doesn't stretch a lot, some paracord as well, a saddle, and carabiner, plus a little, this is the part that's different about it, is a foot ascender from Petzl. This little thing makes life a lot easier. So I'm just going to put this on. You can walk in with this on, or you can just put it on at the tree. Now with the paracord, you can either leave these preset up in the tree if you have a spot that you know you're going to, or if you're just packing in, it's a lot easier to carry just a rope and some paracord than a bunch of climbing sticks out on the public land or something. So what you need to do is find a tree that's got a branch or a little crevice up in it, like a little Y shape right up there, and then you're going to throw the paracord through it. Now you can use like a little sack of some heavy metal shot or lead or something to throw it up there. I'm just going to use the carabiner since that's what I got with me, so I'm just going to chuck the carabiner through it. Are you kidding me? Don't mind the switching of the trees. Just got a little bit of a lower branch. The carabiner, you want something a little heavier to throw with. Probably like something that's like at least 2 pounds to pull the paracord down. Otherwise, it's just too light. So I was dumb I didn't bring that today. But once you got the paracord over there, usually I like to cut it here and then just tie the ends together so you got a loop that you can pull this bigger rope through. Because this is the rope you're actually climbing on. So once you got this, just tie the ends together and then just pull this end up and over. Make sure there's no like little branches in the way here. It's just free hanging. You can untie the paracord, and if this was pre-set up in the tree, the loop would just stay hanging here. Okay, once you have your climbing rope over the branch, you're going to take the hanging short end, measure out a little bit over 6 feet on my arm span, take this end, make a little loop there, and then I take my carabiner and string it through the carabiner here, and then pull the carabiner back through the loop so that it closes over like that. And then you're going to take the carabiner, attach it to the bridge of your saddle. This is the Tethrd Lockdown Saddle. Really enjoying it, very comfortable. And now pull this dead end tight, and then you have the hanging end. Now this is the important part, is the knots you're going to want to tie. It's called a Blake's hitch. So on this end of the rope, that's the long end, take your right hand, just grab it, put your finger up, and you want about a foot of space between where you're going to tie this knot. So you're going to take the rope and put it over your hand once, and then you're going to do it a second time. Throw it over there. So see how it has two rings around there? That's what you want to be seeing right now. And then take it a third time, but this time under your finger, and then a fourth time under your finger. Now with this remaining stuff that's left, see what my right thumb is holding? It has to go over top of that and then under this rope here on the right. If you want to see where that is. And then once you have this end, you can remove your right hand finger, and you want to take this and string it through those two bottom loose loops where your finger just was. Then pull this up through there, and it should look just like that if you've tied it properly. And you tighten it by pulling up on this, down on there, and you can test it out just by hanging by it, so you can completely hang by it. Now, in order to make this easier, you have to make sure that you can reach this, by the way. If you sit down, you can't reach this, then you won't be able to descend and you'll be stuck for a little bit till your friends come get you. But now you take the remaining rope here, tie a second Blake's hitch on here. If my instructions on the Blake's hitch were not clear enough, then there's plenty of videos on YouTube you can find it. Yeah, I got two of them tied here. And now we're just about ready to begin climbing. So now what you're going to do with this rope that's hanging down here, all this is where the really nice part comes in. You take the foot ascender, the Petzl Foot Ascender, and then just put the rope through there. And now you can literally just climb straight up the tree like this. At the start, it might not string through on its own, but once you get up a little bit, it will. Now you're just climbing up the tree. You can put a foot on the tree if you want to stay even with it. You can go up as high as you have rope for. It's very quiet. You can go up through the branches slowly. Now, wherever you want your platform, it's super easy to hang. You can just hug around the tree. You're hanging, so just set that up there, climb up a little bit, stand on it, attach your tether, and then you'll be good to go. The descending part is you're gonna pull on the top of the first Blake's hitch. I'll show you when I get down there. Make sure you detach your foot ascender when you're descending. As long as you hang on the dead end of the rope in some way, you can't fall, even if the knot were to come loose a little bit. So I like to just put it underneath myself, hold it with my left hand. See, super fun, very easy to descend. With this, you just control your speed by how much pressure you put on top of the knot. This is how you descend. You just put some pressure to the top of the knot. See, I'm putting my fingers on here, and then it loosens it up. Literally just pushing straight down the rope. If you feel like you're going too fast, do not grab on tighter with your right hand, or you're just gonna fall faster. You can either hold the rope with your left hand to stop, or if you just let go of this, if the knot's tied correctly, you'll stop right there. Very safe, you're always tied in. Super simple, a lot lighter than carrying in a bunch of climbing sticks. This rope will go right in your backpack. Very nice, especially if you have all the paracord preset and you're on your own property or permission. I think it's probably the best way to climb up in a tree. Yeah, when you're done, if you have the paracord loop there, you're good to go for next time. Just untie this, and we will link all these things we used in here in the description, just so you can know what they are, in case you're wondering. Hopefully this video was helpful to you and you learned something new, because I know there are a few videos out there about the DRT method, but hadn't seen any that incorporate the foot ascender like that. And I feel like that's very lightweight and cheapest option to make it easy, because other ones have you hip thrusting up the tree, and that just uses a lot of energy. This way, you don't even need to be touching the tree, and it's very small and lightweight. If you have any questions, if I missed some or some was unclear, please leave a comment and we'll get back to you on that. But that's all. We'll see you in the next one.